Thinking about launching an AI business? It's easier than ever. We're talking rapid testing, instant feedback, and tools that practically build your software for you. Stick around to learn how to turn ideas into income, and one twist at the end you won't want to miss.
It's like we're living in a sci-fi flick these days, right?
Yeah.
AI is everywhere you look, and the film industry is definitely feeling the tremors.
It really is.
So buckle up for a deep dive into Octavia Sheepshank's article from Unheard, Why Shouldn't AI Write a Film?
Yeah, it's a great read.
We're talking about robots, creativity, and the future of movies. Let's go.
You know, what grabs you right off the bat with Sheepshanks is she doesn't shy away from all the AI anxiety that's out there. She tackles it head on.
Yeah, seems like everyone's freaking out a little.
Exactly, but then she throws this curveball by bringing up Roald Dahl's The Great Automatic Grammatizator.
Oh, I remember that story.
Yeah.
A machine that just pumps out novels like nobody's business.
That's the one. It's like that age-old fear of robots taking over, but this time it's coming for our stories.
Makes you wonder if screenwriters should be updating their resumes.
Right. But here's the thing. Sheepshanks doesn't just stop at the fear-mongering. She takes us straight to the front lines with The Last Screenwriter.
Now, that title doesn't exactly scream optimism.
Not really. It's actually the first ever AI-written film, directed by Peter Louisi. And the plot, talk about meta.
Okay, let me guess. It's about a screenwriter who realizes AI is about to make him obsolete.
You got it. But here's the kicker. The film itself wasn't the bombshell. It was the utter chaos that erupted around it.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
People lost their minds over an AI-written movie.
Big time. Imagine this. The premiere, all set to go at the Prince Charles Cinema in London.
Fancy.
Total cancellation. The backlash was off the charts.
Oof, sounds messy.
It was. People were furious, accusing the cinema of, betraying human artistry and all that.
Wow, so did The Last Screenwriter ever actually, get screened?
Eventually, yeah, at a different venue. But that whole debacle just proves the point Sheepshanks is making.
Yeah.
Instead of actually talking about AI's potential in film, we jump to fear and knee-jerk reactions.
Yeah, I get that. It's easy to hit the panic button. But let's be real. People's careers are on the line here. If AI can write a screenplay, what's next? Directing. Editing.
It's a valid concern. And Sheepshanks dives into how AI is already infiltrating different parts of filmmaking, from writing to actually generating those crazy visuals we see on screen. And get this.
I'm intrigued. Hit me.
Remember that Ashley Madison documentary on Netflix?
The one about the dating site. Yeah, vaguely. Why?
Well, they used AI to create some of the visuals, and, well, let's just say the results were interesting. Sheepshanks talks about how some of the images were just laughably bad.
Like what? Give me the good stuff.
Think women sipping wine from these tiny, tiny glasses. Or limbs bending in ways that would make a contortionist blush.
Okay, that's both hilarious and a little disturbing. So we've got this AI-written film causing a massive uproar, and then AI is quietly sneaking into mainstream productions with, let's say, mixed results.
Yeah.
Feels like we're living in an episode of Black Mirror.
Right, so you've got the film industry wrestling with all these massive ethical questions about AI-generated stuff. Take the Writers Guild of America, for example. They're now saying studios have to pay writers who edit AI-generated scripts as if they were the sole authors.
So it's like acknowledging AI is in the writer's room, even if it's not getting a fancy credit at the end.
Exactly. But then you've got studios like Netflix just casually using AI for visuals without much fanfare, and often with some pretty questionable results. It's this bizarre disconnect.
Like we're afraid to admit how much AI is already involved.
Right, maybe, because then we actually have to deal with the complicated question.
And that's exactly the point, isn't it?
It is. Sheepshanks is pushing us to stop dancing around the issue and really engage with AI in a meaningful way.
Time to face the music. Or maybe the AI-generated soundtrack.
Exactly.
Hey, want our free AI dope top AI tools that we use? Chat below. It's our live Google Sheets packed with over 100 killer tools: video, music, photos, AI voices, productivity, script writing, YouTube hacks, captions, the works. Always growing. Live Google Sheet. Always free. AI dope top AI tools that we use. Download and chat below. Back to the show.
So are we doomed to a future of controversial AI blockbusters and, well, weird-looking Netflix documentaries?
Not necessarily. Sheepshanks actually throws us a bit of an optimistic curveball here.
Okay, I like curveballs. Tell me more.
She talks about this short film, The Future Can Be Yours. They used AI in a really cool way, actually.
Yeah.
The filmmakers, they were working with a super tight budget. And they used AI to create these really stunning visuals, stuff they could have never done with traditional methods.
So instead of AI being the enemy, it's like this secret weapon for indie filmmakers.
Exactly. It totally flips the script on this whole AI as a threat narrative. Sheepshanks makes a great point. Creativity isn't this limited resource.
Right.
AI could actually democratize filmmaking, give more people the tools to tell their stories no matter how much money they have.
I'm into it. So it's not about AI versus humans. It's about AI helping humans tell better stories.
Exactly. It even goes deeper. Someone, Sheepshanks quotes, they called it a new wave of filmmaking, almost like this experimental playground.
Okay, now I'm getting excited. But we do have to address the elephant in the room. The ethical stuff. We talked about the Writers Guild and AI scripts, but what about the big picture?
Yeah, and Sheepshanks is a big advocate for transparency. If studios are using AI, viewers should know about it.
Makes sense.
And then we can actually start having those tough conversations about ethical AI in the creative process.
It does make you wonder, though, what counts as using AI. Like, if a screenwriter uses an AI tool, is that really that different from using a thesaurus or doing research online? It's all kind of blurry now, isn't it?
Totally. And that's what makes this whole discussion so interesting, I think. AI is forcing us to rethink these really fundamental ideas about creativity and authorship.
Like, where's the line between human and machine?
Exactly.
So, like, AI is holding up a mirror to our own creative processes. Makes you really think about what it means to be an artist in this day and age.
That's it. And that kind of introspection is really valuable, I think.
It's like AI is making us rethink the whole definition of creativity, you know?
Yeah, totally.
It's bigger than just who or what writes the script. It's about pushing the boundaries of how we tell stories.
That's a really good point. And Sheepshanks hits on something else that's really important. The whole idea of AI actually making storytelling more diverse.
Oh, absolutely. We've talked about the anxieties, but what about AI being a force for good? What about the opportunities?
Exactly. Think about it. AI could really break down barriers, give a platform to voices and stories that we never get to hear.
It's like, instead of just a few big shots in Hollywood deciding what stories get told, AI could level the playing field, right? Make it more inclusive.
Right. Imagine aspiring filmmakers all over the world with just a smartphone and some AI tools sharing their vision. It's kind of exciting.
I'm totally there.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about replacing human creativity. We're talking about making it bigger, giving more people a voice.
Exactly. And that's why this whole conversation is so important. It's not about AI being good or bad. It's about seeing both sides, the good and the bad, and figuring out a way forward.
So where does that leave us? What's the takeaway for everyone listening who's probably thinking, okay, this is cool, but is it the end of the world?
I think the biggest thing is to stay curious and stay critical. Don't be afraid to ask the hard questions. AI has the power to change everything.
For sure.
Embrace that potential, but don't forget about the ethical stuff either.
Find that balance. Human creativity meets AI. Who knows what we could achieve?
Exactly. And maybe this whole thing with AI and art will actually teach us more about ourselves, about what it means to be human.
Now that's a thought. If a machine can make art, what does that say about us? It's a good question to leave everyone with. And if you want another AI deep dive, check this next video and ask, am I really living in these AI dope times?